Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, albeit a little bit early. Here it is, probably about 10:30 my time, and my email's been blowing up this morning with people asking me about alternatives, where I can find something because of all these shortages that I was talking about this morning, and I want to give you some more. There are other things that you need to know. In case anybody noticed what Amazon announced this morning, shortly after I put my video up, was they are now going to list, when you check out on Amazon, you know, it says, okay, here's the subtotal of your prices, here's the sales tax, here's the shipping fee, and then they're also going to show you what the tariff is that they're charging, okay? That tells you how much Amazon stuff comes from China. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we buy that you don't even realize comes from China. So if you are making a list of things to get before they run out, let's talk about a few of them. Now, I'll start with this one, the aforementioned electronics. No problem, all right? You guys know this. So whether it's computers or cell phones or tablets, that all makes sense. But start thinking about other stuff. Anything that runs on a lithium battery. Lithium ion, lithium iron phosphate, you name it, okay? This could be your solar generator. This could be your rechargeable flashlight. This could be your walkie-talkies. I got plenty of batteries for this, no worries, okay? But anything that runs on lithium batteries. How about light bulbs? You got those, your LED light bulbs. Maybe you've got LEDs in your security cameras or your Ring doorbell, whatever, around there to lighten up the porch. You got the walkway lights, the solar ones that you put out that, okay, if the power goes out, I can bring those back inside so I've got some light in the house. Made in China, okay? We may not see those real soon. Let's keep going. How about our food supply? Now, sure, you can go to the store. I think I've showed you once in the past a can of green peas, actually, that was from China. I'm pretty good about checking my canned goods when I buy it to make sure I'm not buying Chinese crap, because who knows what chemicals are in it. But let's talk about some of your other food products. Do you take vitamin supplements? Look on the bottle and see where they're made. Most U.S. vitamins are made in China. How about your spices? Garlic, onion powder, thyme, whatever. If you ain't growing it yourself, you're buying it in the little shaker canisters, chances are it's made in China. They're the #1 global supplier of it, okay? How about your gardening products, all right? Your pesticides, your fertilizers. Pick one. Chances are, if you're buying, BT or neem oil or something for your garden this year, it's made in China, okay? Your fertilizers, you love that 10-10-10 that you put out there, your 13-13, guess what? Chances are it's made in China. Remember, we don't get that stuff from Russia anymore because of the sanctions, okay? So we got that issue. Antibiotics for your livestock, if you've got them, ivermectin. Guess what? Made in China. All right. Feed additives for your animals, made in China. Canning supplies. Okay. Take a look at that. I've showed you before about Chinese-made ball canning lids. Be careful when you're buying this stuff. All right. But expect that stuff to become either harder to get or unavailable. Moving along. How about medicines? I think I told you the other day, 60% of the country is on some sort of prescription medicine. But it's not only that. Let's take a look at the common everyday ones that you have. Your ibuprofen, your aspirins. Most of those, the generics at least, made in China, okay? How about your hydrogen peroxide, your rubbing alcohol, your isopropyl alcohol, your Band-Aids, your gauze, any of that stuff that's in your first aid kit, made in China, okay? Again, we talk about some of your medicines, antibiotics, your penicillins, amoxicillins, erythromycin, I don't know, diabetes meds, blood pressure meds, things like that everybody's on. Oh yeah, made in China. How about this one? You got enough of this stuff stocked? Toothpaste, razors, shampoo, bar soap, made in China. Okay? Are you getting an idea here that if you ain't got it, you might want to go get it? Let's keep on going. Let's talk about working around the house, all right? Or if it's your job. Piping, PVC pipe, PEX pipe, something like that. Most of it made in China. Again, we talk about light fixtures, bulbs, that sort of stuff, electrical wire, made in China. Nails, screws, bolts, wing nuts, anything like that. I always love these because most of them are made with some sort of aluminum alloy, and you strip out the screws, which is cheap Chinese stuff, but most of your fasteners, okay? And this is something that everybody overlooks, but you should have boatloads of nails and screws and bolts and stuff like that in your preps. I guarantee you are going to be building stuff out of whatever lumber you can find, okay? Or fixing things. Make sure you have ample supplies of fasteners. Again, we can go to cordless power tools. Cordless power tools have their place. You know me, I prefer a portable solar generator that I can plug it into, but a lot of people like the cordless ones. This goes back to the first step, what I was talking about. Lithium batteries. Guess what? Those are going to be gone. And again, we can talk about anything else that you might need. Oh, you want to put up blackout curtains, or there's a draft coming through, you want to seal this stuff up? Well, any of your caulks or your sealants or your adhesives, your super glue, your packing tape, your duct tape, your 100-mile-an-hour tape, another one of those preps you should have boatloads of, okay? Made in China. I talked this morning about automotive products, okay? But again, oil filters, air filters, spark plugs, that sort of stuff, batteries for your car, bearings, hoses, you name it, car parts. Hey, farmers, tractor parts come from China too. So hopefully you have a barn that you've got backup parts for your tractors, because we're going to need you to keep growing food, all right? You can talk about anything in regards to your clothing. Take a look at your shoes. There's a good one for you. Most shoes in the world are made in China. They may slap a Gucci or Adidas or whatever on it, but they're still made by 11-year-olds in China, okay? How about your camping gear? Backpacks, tents, blankets, all that bug-out stuff that you got? Go check it. If any of it isn't in tip-top shape and you need to replace it, you might want to get it now. Bikers, for example, you buy rain gear. I hope yours is in good shape. Most rain gear made in China, along with, blankets, thermal underwear, that sort of stuff. How about sewing supplies? There's a prepper's skill to have, knowing how to sew, how to patch up holes, how to replace buttons, how to put a new zipper on. Oh yeah, the thread, the sewing supplies, the needles, the zippers themselves, made in China. Here's one for you. Sportsman, something I love to do. Go fishing. Go take a look at where your poles are made, your fishing line is made, most of your lures are made, where your reels are made. Most of it's Chinese made. Okay. This is the thing. Pretty much everything we get at this point. Again, walk through Walmart, go look on Amazon, and look at the country of origin for most of this stuff. It's China. If there's anything you're missing, get it while you can. Maybe pick up an extra tube of toothpaste or 6. Some deodorant. Maybe you want to grab that box of a bar of bars of soap. You want to get some of that stuff. Maybe you get an extra spool of fishing line if you're a fisherman, because hey, we got to eat, right? If you got somewhere you can fish. I don't know, maybe pick up a jug of oil from the auto parts store. Get a couple of oil filters just so you've got them on the shelf. I know I talked about that a couple of years ago because I've still got some sitting on my shelf. Every time the oil needs changed, I just need to go to the garage. Okay. But we need to really look at it. I told you this morning about Temu and Alibaba and stuff starting to add the surcharge fees for the tariffs. Now Amazon's going to start doing the same. Look when you're checking out and see what those fees are. Because again, it's going to be just like I said this morning on the power strip. It's a $14 thing that they're charging a $17 tariff on. We go back to it all again. Buy American the best you can. But unfortunately, we can't build plants to manufacture this stuff in 3 weeks, in a month, right? It's about how far we are since Liberation Day. So a lot of the stuff, if we need it now, we need to get it now before we can't get it at all. Or maybe you take a second mortgage out on a house to buy one. Pinball out.